So the way in which I use power within the work is firstly that taking that leap into the future is to talk about network and not hierarchical power. So it's not that we ignore hierarchical power, but what we try and do is we try and boot camp hierarchical leaders through an understanding of network power. So we've got a couple of parallel programs. We're doing something called Network Counsellor, which is helping elected representatives to understand how to be network counsellors and how to use those different forms of power, or in many cases with them, how to acknowledge that that's actually what they're doing. And we have something equivalent that we work through with senior leadership teams. What we're increasingly doing would be offering that kind of analysis to the community as well. So in terms of how we use power, the first thing we do is we change the terms of the conversation and we say, look, this is about network power. In a digital space, network power is all about relevance. So your contribution is your power in this space. And just by illustrating that, which is very easy to do in a digital environment, even if that digital environment is actually a way of mirroring what's happening offline, is that suddenly you've changed everything. The other way in which you've changed everything is by insisting on a huge degree of openness and actually asking people to operate within those terms. So not allowing the discrete spaces of power that are there previously, but actually putting everything out into this new arena. Now, that's the kind of that's the direction of travel. That's the strategy that we're adopting. Around that strategy is an awful lot of negotiation and an awful lot of helping individuals find their place in that new world, and an awful lot of time which is and compromising sometimes. So sometimes you do have to sit down with the senior leadership team to make them feel okay about it. But as long as you don't compromise on that objective, which is we are moving towards network power, we are moving towards this being open, we are moving towards this being a more co-productive relationship. As long as all of those side trips are side trips on that bigger journey, then that's fine.